uh, Jimmy Buckets.
Yeah, well, we're live, brother.
Hey, I'm in here. Look, you know what I'm saying? I'm here. And what Jimmy Butler said he should have came to Houston. Want to do all that Miami sunning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. But I mean, was the offer even there?
I believe it was because everybody was saying that Westbrook was really going to go to Miami to team up with him.
Hmm.
But Daryl Morey said, "Not so fast, my friend." In the words of my homie Lee Corso.
Yeah, because they were talking all kind of crazy stuff, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm just interested in seeing how all of this,
Yes,
the genesis of this.
the playing is gonna be crazy. All I know is when Harden stops taking shots at the end of the game, I know who's gonna be jacking these up.
Yeah, I'm worried if it's not gonna be enough balls on the floor.
I mean, there was enough balls on the floor when they first played.
Nah, that was a whole different era though. Harden was a six man then, and a lot of times Harden was in there when Westbrook wasn't.
I know.
So,
Well, maybe they'll put Harden on the bench.
okay, yeah, they'll put him on the bench. But that leaves a lot to be desired, don't it?
I mean, but that's what they were doing. That's how the Chris Paul thing first came out, huh? I mean, the
Yeah.
first started. They really didn't win on the court at the same time.
What, Chris Paul and Harden?
Yeah.
Well, I think that developed later, though.
Oh my God, this boy Josh Norman is retarded. Boy.
Yeah, you saw him jumping over bulls.
Yeah.
I, I want. You think the Redskins? I mean, they really should fine him for that.
Man, what they? He's their best corner. What they gonna do?
What they gonna do?
No, he's their best player. What they gonna do?
Man, uh,
They can't do nothing now. He didn't get hurt.
yeah, I suppose.
Now, if he was Jeff
Uh,
Kent and falling off goddamn motorcycles and shit, breaking your wrist, and I'd be like, done bastard. And that goes half your season paycheck.
yeah, you don't think that's not worse?
But but it could have, but the man jumped over the bull.
That he
You
did do.
know? So hey. And also I'd be like, hey, it's training. You saw him, I still got it. I got athletic ability. I can play it. I can make a play on the ball. Oh, there they go. They showed highlights of them two together, passing the ball to each other in Oklahoma. One was for alley to Brody, and the other one was a corner three to the Beard.
Oh, they showing old highlights, huh?
Yeah.
Stacey, give me the remote, please. Well, I have to, man, go upstairs and watch that. I'm live on YouTube yelling at you right
It just sucks for. It
now.
just sucks for my boy Chris Paul though.
Yeah, I know. That don't cry for him too hard. He's still gonna be making
Oh yeah, I
40
mean
mil.
the money I'm not worried about because whatever.
Yeah, he ain't worried about it either.
Why don't you come down here and check your shit?
Okay.
And
I need both of y'all.
but apparently it has something. Apparently him and State Farms don't have him in in places to live for too long. You know what I'm saying? He wa- he
Yeah.
wasn't in he wasn't in L.A. for too long when he was doing State Farm commercials with your boy, light skinned boy.
Who is light skinned boy?
He played for Detroit. I went to Oklahoma.
Oh,
Sorry, my people. I did a lot of illicit drugs when I was
really? You gonna put that out?
so my memory is not too well.
You gonna put that out there like that?
Because I'm sure they're like, this dude here doesn't remember nobody. What's his name? He had a brother that
Plus, it's
played
very
basketball.
late at night. Move, move. Plus, it's very late at night. You see the kind of obstruction I'm getting? I need y'all to be quiet. Please, could you?
Yeah, well, maybe you should do that co-parenting thing.
Yeah, right.
So where the kids aren't there half the time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Or put these boogers to sleep right there at some time.
Okay, y'all, it's time for y'all to go to bed.
Because it's way too late for this.
Check yourself now. Look at all of this.
I'm trying to see if we can get some people in the room.
Hey, you two world.
Yeah, YouTube world.
Call in at 713-489-0688. Be heard on the
They're gonna be calling a fake. Nobody do it.
Talk about the trade.
Yeah, there's not gonna be anybody there to speak to you, but
blow up the lines all night.
Now let's see. Have they adjusted the roster on the website yet?
I mean, it just fell through. You know what I'm saying? Ink's not dry yet.
Somebody need to be. They still got Chris Paul there.
I was gonna say he hadn't even flown in to sign the contract yet.
Well, everybody's announcing everything.
Well, yes, in principle, it's done. He has to come in and sign the,
Well, principle's all I need.
Yeah, that's all we need. But to make it official,
right?
And plus, it's raining hard out, and maybe they waiting on what the weather looks like so we can get a flight down here.
Oh yeah, that could be a possibility, I guess.
Which I really question some of the thinking of the sororities and the places they do their conventions.
What's going on this weekend?
Right now, it's the Delta convention.
Is your wife down there?
No, my wife's a AKA.
Oh, my bad. Don't tell her I said that.
I won't. She's in San Antonio right now.
Well, what's going on there?
Work.
Oh, okay. Your sister and mama didn't go?
My sister was supposed to go, but she was gonna fly into New Orleans, but
yeah, big blood convention.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't understand.
So yeah,
why would you have it anywhere down south during hurricane season?
I'm sure it's cheaper. You don't think so?
I mean, they play pretty well together.
Oh, you're watching they're showing the top plays.
Yeah.
Between the two of them.
Yeah.
This
one his beard was considerably lower. But
yeah, I know it's weird to see this, right? Oh man, that's when the beard was like non-existent. That's rookie year beard,
right? Kevin Ollie was playing. He wasn't even coaching.
Kevin Ollie. He was on the floor, was he?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so what are the implications? So, who are the major players? What's this going to do?
What is?
Are we going to challenge the Clippers?
Of course we are.
I mean, that's the team.
Is it?
That's the team to beat. Yeah, who else? Oh, well, maybe the Lakers. I mean, the teams to beat are in LA,
I
right?
guess. I mean, the Lakers, I can see they have a pretty complete team now.
They have a very complete team.
But I mean, they got three people. The third person, I don't think can really score yet. I don't know how well or how healthy or how good he is anymore.
Which person is this?
DeMarcus Cousins.
Oh yeah. Well, he was coming off the injury,
Yeah, and
so
he did not look good against Toronto.
no, he didn't. But you got to figure he's gonna have a whole summer to heal. Hopefully, he won't be playing any more ball.
I mean, even he said we look good on paper.
Yeah, I mean it's all about the paper at this point.
That's just what he said. He said we look good on paper, but it's up to us to put it all together.
Yeah, well, he ain't lying about that. He is not lying about that.
I mean, the Clippers. I mean, and plus the jury's still out on Kyle Kuzma. I don't know how good a guy from Minnesota really is. You know what I'm saying?
You're from the University of Minnesota. You hate
Yeah.
those people from the University of Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
Bobby Jackson.
I was gonna say the last person that was good was Bobby Jackson.
Bobby Jackson was a rocket, and not a bad one.
And who was the other dude? Quentin, wasn't it Quentin something? Who played with Bobby in Minnesota? Because I watched them play together. I watched them play Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I went to that game. Who was their two guard? Quentin somebody.
Oh Lord, let me look it up.
It's the name of an explorer. Who are the explorers on the west? Going west.
Lewis and Clark.
Quentin Lewis.
That's how you remember that?
Yeah.
That's impressive, to be honest. I'm proud of you. You showing your damn you showing some real chops there, man. Damn, turn that TV down.
You know mine?
Yeah, yours.
Now you want to hear
I bet you don't remember Sam Jacobson though. Sam Jacobson.
I do.
Yeah, Sam Jacobson was the guy.
He went to LA.
Yeah.
Was trash.
Yeah, okay.
He was as trash as Mark Madsen or Adam Morrison. No, he was more Adam Morrison trash.
Yeah, I was still disappointed about Adam Morrison.
Adam Morrison. Really. Adam Morrison's like Jimmy Fredette trash.
No, he's worse than Jimmy Fredette's at least scoring 70 points over in China.
Well, they didn't have China back in the gap, bro.
I honestly think that they did. That's where Gabe Manecki played.
Again.
And right here, good new stuff here. Jimmy Fredette, he signed with who? Some Greek team.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man.
He finally gave it up.
It's not just the Greek team. It's Panathinaikos. That's a big EuroLeague team.
I mean,
that's a good team.
He was doing good in the D League.
Yeah, but he left and went and made real money.
I know. He was tired of getting signed by the Sacramento Kings and not playing a lick.
Yeah. Jimmy Fredette's problem was that he was I think Jimmy Fredette's problem is he's too short. He's a 6'2" guard, plus he's how do I put this delicately?
Not athletic.
Yeah. He's one of those he's one of those guys with not so quick feet.
Right.
As the coaches would say.
Exactly.
When they talk about reverse racism, that's another thing. When you hear people talking reverse racism, they always try to tie it to saying, well, it's when the minority is racist against the majority, right? But the real reverse racism to me is what goes on in the NFL, NBA. Because who are the general managers mostly in the scouts, right?
Exactly.
The people who grade these players are mostly white guys. There's a book, huh?
But if you have reverse racism, that means you have to have some type of racism.
Well, yeah, I know that there too is a big clue in is to be like for people who deny racism, well, you can't call it reverse racism because it's just racism. So you have to be like there's forward racism too, right?
Exactly.
So you can't deny racism. But I told you about that book I read years ago by remember Paul Shirley talking about old basketball. He
Sounds familiar.
was a he was a part of that Iowa State team with what was our boy who was the point guard that got beat by Hampton in the NCAA.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Who was the guy who was the God, I'm sorry, people, it's late.
See,
And
it says the Thunder agreed to trade. So it's by word is bond, kid.
it is, and everybody's kind of also assuming that he's gonna pass his physical, aren't they? Jamal Tinsley was the point guard on that team.
Yes.
Yeah.
Marcus.
So Paul,
Marcus, what's his name? Should have been on there too, huh?
Who?
Marcus, whatever his name is, number 1 pick.
No, he was after that. The guy who didn't like to fly.
No. Was that it? The big forward?
Yeah, he wasn't on that team. Because I'm looking at the roster now. Anyway, that Iowa State team that was 25-6. But anyway, because that was in 2001. I was in South Padre watching that at spring break. I know.
Thanks.
To be young again. Anyway, so he wrote in his book, it was a book called Can I Keep My Jersey? It was about all the teams he played for, trying to bounce around, getting a job in the NBA.
Mm.
And one specific thing that he talked about, now he denies that he couldn't play defense and didn't have quick feet. I don't know how true that was. I really don't. I haven't watched any film on him. But he said how upset he was because he said before Jerry West had even seen him play, that was his that was Jerry West's assessment of him, that he didn't have quick feet and he couldn't play defense.
Dang.
I know, and Jerry West might be who's the greatest white player in the history of the NBA? I know everybody says Larry Bird.
Jerry West.
Yeah, because Jerry West kind of is the NBA, isn't he? He's the logo.
Exactly.
So.
And they talk all big, bad, and he's only won 1 title.
Yeah.
What, Bob Cousy? George Mikan?
Well, I mean, if you go back then when the whole league was white, I mean, I guess you would have to say George Mikan. But no, the greatest white player in the integrated era, greatest white American player.
Oh, I was gonna say, your boy.
Because I don't want to say Dirk. Oh, Steve Nash? Steve Nash? You think Steve Nash is better than Dirk?
I guess.
No.
I mean, what all Dirk can do is score.
All Dirk could do is get a ring too.
Yeah, but I mean, again, that's because he could score, and I think that was because somebody had to win that series.
And what could Steve Nash do? Be a soccer analyst?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
What is Steve Nash?
He's a good scorer and passer.
But he couldn't defend. He couldn't defend to save his life.
Oh no, he couldn't stop nobody.
Yeah.
He was on. They were looking for him when they needed points. They were looking who.
Yeah.
They didn't care who it was. They were like, who is he guarding?
Yeah, he was gifted an MVP. Because I mean, even Steve. Yeah, it was, and even Steve Nash was an American. Or wasn't a United States national. So we talk about great white American players. I would go, even though I didn't see Jerry West, it's just, well, now to hear my dad tell it, it's Pistol Pete Maravich.
Yeah, but he was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, no, not really.
Now, Pistol Pete he could either be a thorough basketball player, or he was gonna be like Ted Bundy.
No, you got
Man,
Pistol Pete all messed up, man. Nah, man, Pistol Pete was a good guy.
he was, and then
He just happened to die too early.
because he was crazy. His daddy drove his man crazy.
Who, Prince Maravich?
Yes, this daddy drove this man to kill himself mentally.
Nah, Pete Maravich had a unfortunate heart attack while playing a pickup game.
I know, but
Yeah.
he was already crazy by then.
Why are you gonna call the man crazy?
Man, they said this man all he did was basketball.
Yeah, he did growing up. Yeah,
They
and
were
then
like, all he did was basketball. Like after his career was over, he did not know what to do.
yeah, because he became a Hindu and vegetarian, and then before he died, he became a born again evangelical Christian.
And then his dad.
Oh yeah.
And they was like he went into some like depressed ass state.
Yeah, well, when people start like really looking for religion like that's usually what the problem is.
Exactly. Like after his career was over, and he was just like, and especially he ain't win no titles.
He was born with a missing left coronary artery, and nobody had ever known that.
Yeah, that too.
That's crazy.
Exactly. Played a whole bunch of basketball for that.
A whole bunch.
And like
Jesus.
running gun. It wasn't even like slow down type basketball.
Yeah.
Running.
And you know, he actually would have been like, because you know, back then you had a freshman team and a varsity team, and nobody could play 4 years.
Yeah, but he was one of them. He was one of them Iverson, OJ Mayo type kids, though.
Dude, hold on. He played in a he didn't play against any black players because he went to LSU. Even though he played against them, and that's how he learned his game, playing against them in high school and stuff. Because he grew up in Pennsylvania and then he moved to South Carolina.
Mm.
But okay, check this out. So his collegiate average was 44.2 per game.
I know, right?
He averaged 43.8, 44.2, and 44.5 points, respectively.
Respectively.
Right? Yeah. And then that's 44.2 points a game without a 3-point line.
Exactly. That means nobody else was taking shots.
Yeah, and he shot a bunch of long range shots.
Exactly.
So he shot a bunch of shots that would have been 3-pointers. So they did this thing, and somebody went back and looked at all of they went back and charted all of his shots in college, right?
Oh, Jesus.
So if his shots that he shot from 3-point range had been counted as 3-pointers, he would average 57 points a game.
Golly. He needs to be the logo, yo.
He kind of needs to be the college basketball logo at least.
Yeah, at least.
Now also he played without a shot clock.
Yeah. But he sped up the game though.
Yeah, he did.
Because if you look at their scores, they were scoring in the hundreds.
Yeah, they were.
His team was scoring in like high hundreds though.
Yeah, on the freshman team, he averaged 43.6.
Oh, snaps. What a dummy. I'm picking all that up. All right, so there's this foul ball, right? Foul ball in the Astros Rangers game.
Did they win today?
No, they got blanked.
Come back. They did. They got blanked because it was 4-0 in the first inning when I was watching.
Yeah, they got blanked. And Mr. Bregman took a ball to the face on the ground.
Oh, did he? I didn't see that. And Serena made the final.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
What'd you think about that?
I mean, it's good. It's
oldest lady ever. Did you? Hey, you know what's weird? It's crazy getting old because
37 is old.
No, it's not even the 37's old. It's just that I would have never imagined ever hearing the words that Serena Williams is the oldest player ever to do anything.
I know, right?
Because she's always been like our age.
Exactly.
And you always feel young until you hear some shit like that.
Right?
Oldest player ever to do this.
Oldest player in the tournament. Like what?
Yeah, man.
I was like,
Well, no. Well, Venus
Martina
was
have-
old.
Yeah.
And
But
she
when
lost
Venus don't
15,
play,
so. Yeah. Yeah, Serena's always the oldest one on the court, usually if Venus ain't there. Damn, that's crazy.
I know, right?
You know, that's life.
Exactly.
Hey, did you see the story about Albert Hainsworth?
Yes, needing a kidney,
Yeah.
and hey,
Well,
these athletes need to take care of themselves, man.
yeah, I know. That's kind of what when we interviewed Wade Smith, man, that was an important thing, all that weight he dropped. You know?
Yeah.
I saw Albert laying in that hospital bed. I don't think Albert lost none of that weight.
I know he didn't. He probably got bigger.
He probably did, because he wasn't really known for being in shape when he did play. As sad as that is. But yeah, poor Albert Hainsworth, man.
How do you steal first? I don't understand this.
Who stole first?
It on the ticker it says the Atlantic League. First, they're already experimenting with these robot umpires, which kind of sounds stupid.
Oh, the Atlantic League. So in the second half of the season, the league will allow batters to steal first base. Any pitch on any count not caught in flight will be considered a live ball, and batter may run to first base, similarly to a drop third strike. On any ball dropped by the catcher, a runner can attempt to steal first base. So if the catcher drops the first ball, it has to be dropped though. It doesn't count if it's a wild pitch.
I don't know.
Because if your first pitch is a wild pitch and you let me take off and I ain't even swung yet, that's crazy. That's not even baseball.
Yeah, I think they're about to start this new sport. I don't know what they're gonna call it. Basketball, probably. Remember that movie?
Huh?
Remember that movie, Basketball?
Yeah, basketball. Yeah. Yeah. I think you're right about that, man. No, they are, because some of the stuff that they're trying to do, I agree with it. And some of the stuff trying to speed up the game. But
exactly.
It's still the game,
I don't understand how they're doing this robot pitch umpiring either.
Yeah. And see, in a way, because like I've been watching, the African Cup of Nations and these soccer competitions and things going on, and some of the stuff when they do the now I do like the sign they give, when they get the buzz and they go and make they do this, they make a screen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's how you know they're going to the video review. And like they review, I mean, it's worked out because I remember in the African Cup of Nations yesterday, South Africa scored a goal against Nigeria and they called it offside. But they did a video review and they saw that the ball actually came off a Nigerian player, and giving goals and this kind of thing. And it's a similar thing to what's going on in the NFL and even with the NBA. Like, the refs don't have to be good anymore.
Exactly.
Like as a referee.
Exactly.
It's kind of insulting, and it's making it to where eventually that job's going to be outsourced.
It is by robots.
Well, it's going to be AI. It's going to be robot referees.
Exactly.
It's kind of
And have you heard about the robot umpires? What it is?
No. Educate me.
It's a computer watching the game.
Hold on. Keep going.
From behind the umpire.
Right.
And
the plate umpire and is doing the pitches, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah, I saw that on Real Sports.
and they get a buzz in their on their iPhone,
Right.
and then it's told to them through their AirPods.
Right.
And I'm like, what kind of ridiculous dumb is this?
Yeah, because does that change the game for the better, or does that change it for the worse?
Like, is it when he doesn't call a strike and they be like, say, dude, no, that's a strike?
It's got to be, but okay. I vaguely remember the story on Real Sports, and they were talking to this umpire, and do they? Because I mean, they messed up when they started doing it on the broadcast. You know, we're like, remember we used to play MLB and RBI baseball and all that, and they would have the little, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So when the TV cast started doing that and making up a strike zone,
Oh yeah.
that was the beginning of the end there.
Yeah. Well, they were doing that to grade the umpires.
Yeah.
That's how they grade the umpires, and they were using that to get data on how they were calling the game.
Yeah. But you knew that was the beginning of the end.
Oh yeah.
Because bad calls got to be a part of the game, man. As much as drop pass.
That's what A-Rod was saying.
Yeah.
It's the human factor. They're human. Yeah, human people out there because it's a human factor. They're calling what they see.
Right, and the athletes are humans, right? So you might as well give cats okay, you might as well just let me throw a challenge flag out if just give me a do-over on third down if I drop a pass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Is that what's next? Because you don't correct what the players do, right?
No, but they I guess they're about to with this challenging on pass interferences now, huh?
Yeah.
Because of the Saints Rams game.
Yeah, and like I say, as a referee, and refs kind of did it to themselves on stuff like that too. Because you forget how bad that play was. Yeah, you really forget how bad that play was, and that's interesting though because in these soccer tournaments, that's been happening, where they'll go to the video review on a foul and just give a penalty kick because they say, "Oh, he did foul him in there." Like you can't go back on a foul.
And
you can't go review a foul.
That's what happens. That's why that's why I don't really. They won, but a lot of those U.S. women's soccer games, except for that first one that they put 13 against the hand weavers of
Thailand,
the rug weavers of Thailand.
Rug weavers. Well, there's something else too that Thailand is known for, but I got you.
Well, I couldn't say the other things. What the sex
I feel
workers?
you.
The sex workers of Thailand
no.
They were playing against.
That's not what I was getting. I was getting at elephants. Oh. But anyway, no, I really wasn't. You know what I was talking about, but yeah.
But all their games were 2-1.
Yeah.
2-1. And every game had a penalty kick.
Yeah.
Even the last one. And I was like, in the last one, they had to review a high boot for the first goal. And that's why I texted to everybody like, yo, Rapinoe's nothing but Landon Donovan. All she does
Why you say that? I saw that.
All she does is take penalty shots. She doesn't score.
Well, she scored a couple of good goals. She scored a nice free kick.
Oh, yes.
But but you're talking about getting goals from open play.
Yeah, she ain't no Clint Dempsey up in here.
That's too much a part of the game too. Like when Hadari does go in on soccer and talk the turnover rate, I don't buy that. I'm like, that's actually pretty exciting because that makes it hard to score. You know, I mean, I mean, yeah, you're gonna have a high turnover rate when you're trying to control the ball with your damn feet.
Right.
Especially when you got shoes on. You don't even get to use your toes to hold it.
Exactly.
So
or to carry it under your arms or anything like that.
Right. But the way they almost I mean the way they look for penalties, because I tell you this, I was watching African Cup of Nations game. I think it was Senegal, where the guy was fouled. Okay, he picked up the ball like a little bit beyond the midfield line, but he was in midfield. He got fouled, right? He got fouled, but he still kicked the ball ahead of him. If he'd have gone down, it would have been a free kick from there. But guess what he did?
He ran through.
He kept running through, and he got an assist and a goal.
Yeah.
So many guys go down in those situations where you're like, you had nothing but green grass in front of you. Why would you fall down?
They tripped themselves. I know.
No, but they get fouled, and they're like, okay, you just go for the free kick, but why not go get the damn goal? I don't know. That's the thing that frustrates me about, and I think that might be one reason why the United States men aren't really good at the game, is because that part, we're not really into that. No. I mean, it's gotten into basketball a little too hardcore. And I blame the influx of European players for that. European and South American players in the NBA for that, because they started all the flopping.
Oh yeah, that was Ginobili and Parker and all them. That was their era.
And they came from, like, Ginobili was real bad with it.
Oh yeah.
He came from Argentina, home of the floppers.
Exactly.
And so I think that's another thing we don't get, like, just because you get a little tap on the ankle, you got to fall. And that's not something we're really into in this country, even though we're slowly getting that. But, they talk about make America great again.
But our soccer is not built on individualism or creativeness.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's the same thing.
It's built on stronger, faster, bigger.
Yeah, and it's built on that, and it's built on everybody's coached up too much, I think, and taught too much.
Yeah.
Rather than, that's why we still are better than everybody in basketball, because the European players, they grew up playing in academies and being coached, and I don't think that crazy creativity gets to them. That stuff that you learn, like when we used to go outside and just for 3 hours straight practice sham god.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I was saying. And that's what I was saying about even the women's team. I was like, what I watched, they're really not that good.
Well, that's because you're comparing them to men. No, they are good because they won the tournament.
Well, yes, but I'm not comparing them to men. Okay. I'm comparing them how I would think somebody who is football, as in football, soccer, gifted in their sport. Like, I guess, because I don't. Okay, so yeah, maybe I am comparing them to men.
Please be quiet.
In some way. But it's also an expectation. I would think. I don't think they should be on the same par as the men, but I would think they would still have some type of good coordination and creativity with their play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, but women, because of I don't want to say physical limitations, but yeah, the physical limitations. There's just not as many really freakish women athletes, even on the female level. I mean, there are some.
Because the last game I was watching, the final, like Rapinoe and what's the other girl?
Morgan.
Yeah, Morgan. Like, They have open field, both left, right, and in front of them, but they have a player, a defense person in front of them. It's not like they tried to shake that person. They would just try to run past them.
Yeah.
And the ball would be taken away from them so easily. Like they didn't have any moves. The ball would, I was like, how are y'all supposed to be good? Maybe y'all.
Well, I mean,
y'all can run faster than these people. I understand. Okay, yes, y'all can run faster.
Yeah, and they're technically very good because women like I was talking to a English gentleman back in the game when I worked at Eddie Bauer, and we you know a lot of people used to come in there with English and Scottish accents. So of course me, and I was kind of newly into soccer then. I used to try to engage all of them in that kind of conversation.
Mm.
So he was asking me about the game over here, and I was saying, well, the crazy thing is actually, and at that point, that was the MLS was still kind of young, and I was like, well, from a participation level and everything, man, and actually down south and in this state in general, because there's one Division I men's soccer college program in the state of Texas.
Right.
And that's SMU. There's only one.
Jesus, Texas doesn't even have one?
No, Texas has women's, but there's no men's team.
That's sad.
And can you imagine how good they'd be if they did?
Exactly.
You know,
or
Texas
Baylor.
and A&M. Yeah, any of the schools in Texas would be damn good in soccer if they had men's teams.
Exactly.
And all of the men's soccer players that we actually produce in this state, they have to go to California or North Carolina or somewhere to play in college. It's ridiculous. I mean, that's Title IX run amok, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Title IX run amok, man. Title IX, I mean, I understand what it was meant to do. And then it's also to the point where you're like, well, you have to have as many women's sports as men's sports. And it's like a program like Texas or Texas A&M, it's not like they couldn't afford to just field the men's soccer team either.
Exactly.
Like, I realize it might be difficult for some schools to field one, maybe. And how good would U of H be nationally if it was a soccer team?
Very well, depending on what kind of coach they get, because U of H coaches like to run their girl players to hospitals because they did something wrong in practice.
What? Explain that.
U of H is under investigation, bro.
Are we?
The soccer team is under investigation. They've already fired the coach, the head coach for the soccer team. I'm looking it up now. Like the soccer players would get would have a okay, so U of H women's soccer player team was forced to endure punishment, and they would get rhabdo, which is a disease that makes you that makes your muscle.
No. Yeah. No, I know what that is. What's crazy about that? It's a disease that people get like when they're in bad accidents and their muscles are crushed. I remember seeing that because you could. But what's funny is you did. This should start popping back up when people were ordering them Beachbody, when they were ordering like Insanity and P90X, and they were all going to the hospital with rhabdo because they were trying to work out with Sean T. But keep going.
Yeah. So
I tried to do the Insanity workout. I was like, fuck this. I just want to be in shape.
Yeah. So it was like this was a punishment workout that the head coach used to make the women's soccer team or members of the women's soccer team do. And so that happened.
What was the workout? I'm reading this now.
I don't know. I really don't know what the workout was. They don't say.
What exactly was the workout?
They don't say.
We didn't get the food that the football players got.
They never said. They never said what the workout was.
Oh, Diego Bocanegra. He's not akin to Carlos Bocanegra, is he?
I don't know.
Damn, Diego, he was a sadist.
Yeah, man. It's a okay. So
Damn.
okay. So 5 things that you ever say about the punishment workout.
His Twitter page says
Instead of
California grown,
punishment for
father,
something
husband,
that
University of Houston soccer coach, mentor, motivational speaker. Dang! That came out June 11th. Where was I?
I don't know. I mean, it was on the news and everything. We didn't talk much about it. It says instead we were punished for something that 2 people did that had nothing to do with everyone else. He just told us to get up and go to the center of the field, and we all knew. We have done up downs before as punishment, so we knew we were going to get to do up downs, and it was just a matter of how many. I was so mad and confused because, of course, I was going to keep going because I'm scared. But looking at everyone else, and people were crying, barely pushing themselves off the ground. Others are scared to speak out, and I am, man. Okay, maybe I was before my time. Maybe I'm just a rebel without a cause. But as an athlete,
Oh,
as an athlete,
that's reasonable.
Huh? Yeah, if something didn't seem too right, guess what I would have done? I'd have said F you and walked off the field. And not give any, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you froze. We're freezing. Hold on. Okay.
I wouldn't even.
No, keep going.
Dude.
Walked off, huh? Yeah, because you do have rights.
What? I'm gonna do what?
Especially as an adult.
Like after so many of these, I'd have been like, hey, say dude, it's we're in Houston, it's hot. Or I'd have just stood there while everybody else is doing it. Like, what are y'all doing? Why aren't y'all just standing here like me? Like, stick up for you. I don't care who. Like, come on now. Y'all play soccer. That means y'all are rich. y'all got scholarships. I mean, what are you gonna do? Yes, he could take away your scholarship. Guess what you could do? You could complain about that.
Yeah.
And y'all.
Yeah, because it's just one coach. I mean.
And y'all are rich.
Well, that's not what that doesn't necessarily mean.
Oh, okay, you're not rich, but you're well off. There ain't no poor people playing. There's no poor people playing soccer and
well, all of them not rich now. No, you just assume because they play soccer they're rich.
Yes, because we don't. That's why our soccer sucks. Because it's not a poor person sport. That's what they say is wrong with.
There's plenty of them. Well, not getting scholarships playing soccer. I feel.
That's what they say is wrong with U.S. soccer.
Yeah, I know. Because it's a rich person's sport, huh?
We do it.
That's a good point.
Backwards. We do it backwards. We get the people who could pay the most because they could pay for these clinics, these camps.
Yeah,
all
that's a
the
damn
all
good
the
point.
all the corny stuff instead of getting people who have raw athletic talent, which are usually the lower class people.
Nah, you ain't lying.
Like that's why I'm kind of now starting to come around on Nadal.
But that's happening in every sport, though.
Yeah, but that's why I'm kind of coming around on Nadal as a tennis player.
Yeah,
Because I don't think he
but
was
that's happening in
really
every sport.
like Nadal doesn't look like he walk around like that old man at McGregor that nobody could beat.
Rafael Nadal.
Yeah, like watch him walk on the court. He walks like that old man that nobody could beat at McGregor in tennis. And you're like, oh, come on, dude. But yet you'll see him at the corner store 2 hours later buying him at least buying them 2 tall ones, you know what I'm saying, of some Blue Bull. And I don't understand that about America and because the poor people, they're gonna play harder because they want to get out of their situation.
Yeah, 2 tall boys. Yeah. Do they still sell the Red Bull? I ain't seen that in a while. That Red Bull malt liquor.
And I really hadn't gone in just to look in a beer cooler.
Yeah, but everything is about money. Like, and I hate to say it, but girls' sports has kind of been like that for a while. It's always been kind of pay to play.
Oh yeah. Like I know.
But no, but girls' sports have been like that for a while. But boys, like I say, just being in this youth football world.
Like some of these kids I know are
Keep talking. We got a little delay.
I know some of these kids are gonna be good at football. Like I know this one kid is, because they got a fundraise. And you know how Houston does football fundraising.
Yeah, a lot of that's real messed up. A kid in Dallas. Yeah, an 11-year-old boy in Dallas got run over.
Oh wow!
This week, man. Out there begging, running out in the middle of damn traffic, and the coaches sitting their asses in the median in chairs and shit.
Right?
Yeah.
But there's this one kid I know. He looked like he was hot. He looked like he may have been the running back. He looked tired, but he was just going up and down the median, just asking for money. You know what I'm saying? Just up and down. He didn't quit while everybody else looked like they were like, it's time to go. Where's the water or something? He didn't even care. Put his helmet out. I was like, yo, wanna?
What's that?
He just pulled out his helmet. It was like, yo, you want to contribute? And he just go up and down the median. Hot as I don't know what. He just keep going up and down that bad boy.
Yeah, that's so sad, man. That these grown men got these dudes. But I mean, that's what happens when you got, these ex-street dudes.
Yeah.
Calling themselves youth football coaches and presidents and shit. I mean, it's
right.
That's pretty much what you got. Because I'm on that youth football forum. I'm on the national one and the HTX one on Facebook, and some dude on the national one posted that he said, "Why all the dudes that was selling dope when I was a young youth football coaches now?" But it really is the case,
because that's all they know, and their money's no good now.
Go turn it down.
They don't have any money because they got caught up, and they did that one big bid. Now they have no money, and so that's the only way they can give back to today's society.
It's also a great way to rob people, though, because you get a nonprofit, and you get profits from it.
Oh, yes.
I was just taking my.
You call it fundraising and all that good shit.
I was talking by sleeping.
No, it's a rough thing. It really is, but that's what happens when you got these people who really don't. They're not about the kids, and see the thing you're getting, like, it's so crazy because they got year-round football,
Mm-hmm.
No, hold on. But speaking of the ex-drug dealers, right? There was controversy on the national forum because there's a new team in Florida, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and you know they're backed by something because they got like it's a whole lot of shit going on. But they're called the Cartel.
Oh, Jesus.
That's their name. And then people were jumping on them about being the cartel, and they were like, "Nah, we a football cartel. We we ain't got no drug nigga. Shut up."
Exactly. Why do you call yourselves a cartel in the first place? Cartel has
and, and who's
is
letting
all
the
about
kid play for the cartel?
exactly. Cartel is nothing about is all about drugs. What are you talking about?
Well, you're not talking about OPEC,
Exactly.
okay? These niggas can't spell OPEC. They have you ask them what OPEC is. They couldn't tell you.
Right?
OPEC, baby. I know her.
You
She stay
talking
on crane.
about Opekisha.
Yeah, she stay on crane. I know her.
Yeah. She got that good top.
Right? Well, yeah, they were called the cartel. I mean, and it's just it's just a big money grab with all of them. But like football's getting that because they have year round football. There was a team I saw posting. Okay, so they did their overall record last year. They were like, we went 32-2.
Mm-hmm.
32-2. They played 34 football games in 1 year. Tackle full contact football games.
Oh Jesus.
Not 7-on-7, not flag. These young boys who were like 11 and under played 34 tackle football games in 1 year.
Dog.
Go
Hey
get you
man,
something to drink.
I'm looking at ESPN and they're really taking our stuff, bro.
What you talking about?
They're showing a summer league game. They're showing highlights of a summer league game that's being videoed.
Oh, I see it. They got a fake ass phone up there.
But it's phones. They're doing this by phones and
Yeah.
selfie sticks and the thing you see, look.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
And the things you put on like regular cameras, but they have it for the phone now.
Right.
Like, boy, y'all really taking our stuff, man.
Yeah, I mean it's like I told you when we were at the Sabercats. Well, the one I went to that y'all weren't at. I forget where you were.
I was probably at as when we split up and I was at the baseball game.
That sure is what it was. No, because Hadari was there with me, wasn't it? No. Okay. Either way it goes, I happened to be there, and CBS Sports Network, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was doing so the girl was doing her post game interviews, and the cameraman had an iPhone. She had a real mic, and the cameraman was videotaping with an iPhone in fucking portrait mode.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, but when you really look at it, man, like this damn iPhone, man, the camera on it is amazing.
Yeah.
There was some independent film that came out that they were talking about. It was some real big shit because they did the whole thing on phones. Shot a whole film on phones.
I can believe it.
Yeah, man. And that's one of those. That's why we're trying to grow this platform, man, and because shit, it's open. Anybody can get in the game, man.
Oh yeah.
Anybody. All it takes is some personalities and being interesting enough for people to talk to. Social media and all of this stuff. There's some bad in it, but there's a lot of good, man.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of people are gonna have their stories told. It can be a beautiful thing, man. And it's one of those grassroots movements where you kind of, because you see, like you're showing here, ESPN has to do that because they're competing with us and a lot of other people.
Exactly.
And they are stealing. They out here stealing. It's weird how we'll have a whole conversation on our Sunday show. I mean, and I know they got software and shit that can monitor all the internet.
Oh
and
yeah.
we pointed it out a couple of times.
They listening to us, man.
Where and it wasn't just talking the same topic. There was strange talking points that came up.
Exactly, right?
And strange points being made that it's like word. So and I I ain't no real conspiracy theorist hardcore, but some of that stuff's a little fishy. So they're out here like they have whole groups of people monitoring social media and monitoring the internet, and they out here stealing.
Man, they got job descriptions for that.
They do. And they out here stealing, and they out here trying to take from, the people out here on the grassroots.
Exactly. So
It's crazy.
So they can stay on top.
And it's not just, and it's mainstream news and all that stuff too doing the same thing, man.
Oh yeah, because you can't be everywhere all the time. And corporate people don't know what's newsworthy. It comes from the people.
They don't.
They're so far up, they don't know what's going on.
Nah, because they live in a whole different damn world. And it's weird how they actually they actually report shit off of Twitter.
I know, right?
Like things are posted up. Like remember Bushwick Bill, and everybody had reported he died like 9 hours before he actually died,
right?
Because people were taking tweets and Instagram posts and reporting it on the news, on supposedly reputable entertainment news.
Exactly.
So fake news. Huh?
Well, you know that happens because every other week our president tweets and they report that.
Well, not every day.
Yeah.
Multiple times a day. I like I remember when Obama came, they were calling him because he had a Twitter account that was so the president's on social media. But this dude here didn't take. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, this because you know where you tweet from and all of that. This dude be on the toilet, man. You see a tweet at 7:30 in the morning. That dude tweeted that from the toilet, man.
Right. Just waking up. He just might as well be like, "Hey, first batch of morning opioids."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? About to go to this wild ass briefing.
He got about to go play golf. I don't even know if he gets briefings.
That's Jesus.
He plays a shitload of golf. He's He's an interesting man. It's intriguing. There's gonna be people in the future who are gonna get PhDs just studying the Trump presidency.
I don't think he's that interesting.
Oh God, he's so interesting. He's interesting because it's just amazing that he became. It's still surreal to me that the man is the president.
I guess so, but like I said, I've taken a step back and look how people act at certain things and events.
Oh yeah, no. I've laughed about it the whole time.
Like I
thought it was hilarious.
The national anthem thing is a very scary thing to me. Just how people respond to it and act to it, and I look at them like y'all look like robots that have been programmed.
Yes. Wasn't that amazing? Because the whole narrative got switched. Like first, you had a whole group of people acting like they didn't understand the initial Kaepernick protest, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were acting like they didn't understand. And then somehow, when he said specifically what he was protesting, he couldn't have been more plain.
Right.
He said specifically exactly what the hell he was protesting. People misconstrued that, and it came down to him disrespecting the flag and disrespecting troops. And it had nothing to do with soldiers or troops.
Exactly.
Then the whole thing got misconstrued too on the other side, because the man was never protesting the NFL, even though yes, the NFL's blacklisted people before for less than this though.
Yeah.
I mean, keeping it real, I ain't no gay rights activist, but Michael Sam was treated completely unfairly.
Right.
Strictly because of his sexual orientation.
Yeah.
Okay. Now he probably should have made it to the league and made a team, and then performed and then come out, because then that's what it's going to be. Somebody like LeBron or something going to have to come out.
Then he would have had his guaranteed money. Right?
He has guaranteed money, and then it's just from the point, okay, you're getting 12 sacks a year. Well, we can't blackball you, man.
Exactly.
Pause.
He like white balls, though.
I know, right? But we can't blackball you, But then the thing that got me was he never protested the NFL, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you had a whole group of woke people who just said, and then it became people protesting against the NFL. So the whole issue got wholly just sidetracked from what the actual issue was, which was police brutality and police killing people and not being prosecuted for it.
While all the while they were still killing people. Killing people at the same time.
Yeah, and like the one guy who goes to jail is the Somali guy who killed the white lady in Minnesota.
Exactly.
He's the one cop that went to jail. Now he said he was afraid for his life,
but they were
right.
Really,
but it didn't work for him.
No, not white lady.
You were afraid of a white woman from Australia at that?
Exactly.
You can't be afraid of that. No, Philando Castile's sitting in his car telling you, I got a gun. Let me pull out my permit.
And he's like, oh, he's pulling out a gun. It's like, no, pulling out my permit.
Yeah.
No, what's the other dude that was it? Is he out of jail?
Who's that?
The Asian guy that shot the guy that was running away from him in New York.
In New York? Did he ever go to jail?
Yeah, he went to jail, but he was in jail for a while. And I don't know if, speaking of jail, ASAP Rocky's in jail in Sweden.
Oh, yeah, I know. Wow, yeah.
And speaking of Colin Kaepernick, too, has anybody seen this dude?
Nah.
Like, we supposedly heard from him when the shoes came out, and he was like, nah. But has anybody seen
Peter Liang. Yeah, Peter Liang was his name. But the thing that kind of, I don't know, the thing that got me about Kaepernick, too, is that he really doesn't come out and talk a lot. Like, for an activist, he's kind of quiet.
He got paid that hush money, man.
But even before he got the Nike money, he really wasn't just...
No, I'm not talking about the Nike money.
Oh, his settlement?
Yeah.
But even before the settlement.
Yeah.
He wasn't just out there like you would expect him to be Mr. Activist. I mean, but he really doesn't. It's a...
No, he wasn't that drunk. He wasn't Mr. Activist.
Yeah, right. Yeah, a lot of people missing Mr. Activist right now on the streets.
Man. I miss when people called it different, lean or bar or something like that.
Yeah, nobody calls it bar no more though.
Because bar is not made anymore.
Yeah.
Just like high tech's gone or activist is gone or whatever they say.
Yeah. Sipping on bar. Bar baby. Yeah.
They shirt.
I know. They even made that corny. I never thought they'd make, you know what I'm saying? But mainstream took that and made it so corny.
Yeah.
Different syrup is corny.
They're taking it all and made it corny, man.
Everything's corny. Xanax is corny.
Oh, man.
Drugs are corny now. Like, they don't make drugs real corny.
Real corny. They're about to make weed corny now, too.
Weed is getting very corny.
Because of CBC stuff.
The CBD?
Yeah, obviously, all the CBD stuff.
Yeah. CBC actually has the THC, which is CBD. Yeah. And, they're selling that stuff. So, like, the whole sale on it, because I watch Roland Martin, and he does, he's sponsored by some of these companies. Mm-hmm. And his whole thing is it gives you all the benefits of marijuana, but without getting you high. And it's like, bitch, what are the other benefits?
Exactly.
Explain that to me.
Getting high was the benefit.
Yeah, like that's why I hate the medical marijuana argument. I hate that they even went that route.
Like it doesn't get you high. I was like, well, it means it doesn't heal me or anything else. Then,
Because they made it legal in Texas to grow hemp for
yeah,
CBD. You just
yeah.
can't grow the marijuana plant.
Like, how do you do that?
Well, they have. It's one of the plants. I don't know. It's the female plant has the drug, and the male plant doesn't. So the male plant, I think, is or hemp is another variety of man. I don't know. You got to get these real weed scholars to tell you about that. I don't know all
I was
that.
gonna say because on on not Narcos Mexico,
Mhm.
dude was like, our stuff is stronger because we only do the male plant.
Well, there goes that. So I guess it's something. It's a variety of marijuana that doesn't have THC in it. I
It
don't
has
know.
that. Somehow they extract it. I know that much.
Nah, because I know the law in Texas says you can grow it, but you can't. You can only grow this specific plant that makes hemp.
Not really.
And yeah, and actually, hemp was a major cash crop
Oh yeah,
in the United States at one point.
yeah.
And what's his name? Was it William H. Hearst, the guy who owned all the newspapers back in the day?
Oh, probably.
And it's still Hearst Media. Did you hear about that?
Mm-mm.
Well, Mr. Hearst.
All this stuff is printed on hemp.
No, see, William Randolph Hearst. So the story is William Randolph Hearst, being that he owned a bunch of newspapers. I think he also owned a lot of like paper mills and shit like that.
Mm.
So they made hemp that you can make paper out of. That's much better than actually cutting down trees because you can keep growing hemp.
Right.
It doesn't take you 30 years to get another damn hemp plant.
Right.
Like it does for you to get like actual wood.
Exactly.
It'd take you several years. But so he was one of the people who spearheaded outlawing marijuana, which really was just called like they still do in the United Kingdom where they call it cannabis.
Mm.
Because marijuana is actually a whole nother plant that grows in. There's actually a plant called the marijuana plant that grows in Mexico, but they called it marijuana to make it sound foreign.
Right.
So since he owned all this interest in actual paper, he demonized cannabis in order to demonize hemp. So they wouldn't make hemp anymore. I mean, it's crazy. Like, I understand why people get hard body and believe in the Illuminati and shit when you look at this stuff in the history like that.
Oh, my question? Never mind. Not even asking the question.
No, ask the question. It's midnight. Nobody cares.
How are these white people born? So scary. Like,
you mean how they can create the mass hysteria and just make everybody so scared that they
off
like
their
prohibition?
fear,
I know.
Fear of them losing money.
Yeah, fear. Oh, well, that too. Yeah. Well, money it's just crazy how like how much money do you need? But the way people with money can create a propaganda machine off of people's fear and just have them batshit crazy.
Like, yes, like a whole bunch of stuff I don't even really care about. Maybe like everybody else be like, "Oh, I'm so scared." I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, I know. What are you so afraid of?
It's not. It has nothing to do with my everyday life. You know what I'm saying? Guess what I still got to do? I still got to pay these damn bills. I still got to get these children to get up and go to school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing to do with me interfering. Interfere nothing. Me doing this. So why would I care?
Yeah. It's like that Bill Burr joke that he had where he was talking about how everybody's trying to make you be afraid of ISIS. And he's like, I'm not scared of ISIS. ISIS is over there. He's like,
Exactly.
As long as I stay the fuck from over there, I'm okay. But he was also talking about the guy who was the CEO of Nestle, right?
Mm.
Nestle bottles water.
Yeah.
and they're trying to like actually purchase like rivers and shit.
Oh, really?
And yeah, because check this out. The man actually said that. What did he say? That he said people don't have a right to water.
Okay.
The man wants to own water.
Yeah.
And Bill Burr was like, everybody's worried about ISIS. I'm worried about this motherfucker who wants to own the rain.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's actually a guy there who wants to control water, all of it,
Exactly.
and sell you water. Like, you don't have the right to go to the stream and drink the damn water straight out the stream.
Right.
But you want me to be afraid of ISIS or, illegal aliens?
And I don't know how these people live so long either.
Yeah.
Like, how come somebody just doesn't come up there and be like, I know who you are and I'm about to pop a cap in your head?
Well, see, and that's America. Because in a lot of places, see, in America too, there's a lot of this so-called American dream. So this is why people constantly defend rich people. Like, to take it back to sports, I was having a conversation with a fellow of conservative European extraction,
A colonizer.
yeah, and this was I think it had to be during the last NFL lockout, right, where they had the last labor agreement. I think that was the last league to have one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, yeah, and then they're making millions of dollars. They're millionaires. And I'm like, yeah, they are. But at the same time, it's a labor issue. Okay, they're a lot of them are millionaires, but who are they? They're fighting guys who are billionaires.
Right.
For their fair share. But the billionaires are taking all the risk. I'm like, what? You don't take any risk owning the damn NFL franchise.
I was gonna say, what he about to go over the middle?
Yeah, but there's not even a financial risk if you can buy one, because the league ensures you make money. Because even if you're in a shitty town like Buffalo or something,
Pittsburgh.
or but Pittsburgh actually sells. Okay, let's say you're in a town who's Jacksonville,
Right.
who never sells out their stadium and who goes over to play, who agrees to play 2-3 games a year in London, giving up home games because they can't get 40,000 in their home stadium.
Right.
But Jacksonville, the Jaguars don't lose money because Jerry Jones has to put all of the money he makes in a big pot and it's shared amongst all the owners. Exactly. So everybody's a crazy capitalist until it comes down to sports, and everybody's fucking socialist until it comes down to labor. So I'm arguing with this dude. I'm like, yeah, but even though forget how much money they make, they're labor. Right. I'm on the side of labor. I don't care what you say. They're still labor. They're the help. They're guy like the Chris Rock joke where he say, yeah, Shaq is rich. The white man that signed his check is wealthy.
Exactly.
So I'm like, but that's because everybody, even if you scrub in toilets, you have some crazy dream that you're gonna become fucking Jeff Bezos and be a billionaire.
Right.
So you don't want to, So you got people who don't make shit, and people who get tax refunds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Arguing over taxes being too high.
Right.
They want to tax the rich at 70%. Oh, good.
Exactly.
Shit.
But you know what's so crazy that people don't understand either?
What's that?
Like these franchises, these damn sport franchises, are not their number one capital.
No, it's not, because you have to be a billionaire before you get it. A sports franchise is like buying a damn Ferrari.
Exactly.
That's why the Raiders ain't shit, because they have a poor owner.
Exactly.
The Davis's only business is football.
And that's what's wrong with the Lakers right now.
Yeah, in a sense.
Their family business is the Lakers.
Yeah, but you can't cry for a team that's got $1 billion local TV deal.
Exactly. No, I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying their business practices. That's what's wrong with them now. They don't have any other. They don't have any other business.
Yeah, they're too involved in the. Yeah, I know. Yeah, and that was Al Davis's problem too. It's like, Al, you're 80. Go sit down. And now Al Davis's son is. Oh, yeah, that's why the Raiders are fucked. Yeah, it's rough. You got to have somebody distracted with something else. You got to be an owner like a fucking Arthur Blank. And I mean, like even Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones is way involved, but he made his money elsewhere.
Yeah,
He didn't make his damn money in football.
but see,
But it just
he's in a fickle business.
Mm-hmm.
So his distraction, I mean, he doesn't really worry too much because that's going to go up and down all the time. Oil is going to go up and down all the time. Oil gas is going to go up and down all the time. So yes, he's going to be with the constant and always be with that shit.
Mm-hmm. Because I love how people in America, they like to talk shit about the French all the time, about World War II and they surrender and all that. But I tell you this, the French people, when they get pissed off, they take to the fucking streets.
Oh, yeah.
Every 5 years, the French people get what the fuck they want because they start burning shit down.
They really go after the police.
Yes, they go after the whole government. They'll be like,
they come out with them tanks and stuff. They be throwing bottles at them and everything.
Yeah, like in our country, the government's like, we're going to do this, and what the fuck you going to do about it? And people don't do shit.
And in our country, you got to buy a permit to protest.
Yeah, exactly. The French are like Samuel Jackson in Menace to Society. Remember when the dude told, I ain't got your goddamn money. Now what you going to do? Samuel Jackson said, what am I do? The French is, what am I do? They don't give a fuck, man. They will go burn shit down, and that's why the French have a 36-hour work week.
A 4-day work week.
6 weeks of paid vacation.
Exactly.
Guaranteed. You have to give it to your people.
And you got to go home for lunch. Yeah.
A woman gets pregnant and has a baby, she can be out for 2 years and her job's still there. Man. Then the man can go out on paternity leave. I mean, come on, man. But Americans will go drop a baby and have to be back to work a week later.
Because it's all dream.
That's why you have daycares that take kids a week old. There shouldn't be daycares. The daycare my kids go to, they start taking kids, I think, at like 2 weeks old.
That's gross.
That shouldn't be, man.
That's gross, yo.
That's not right.
Them kids ain't even ready for them diseases and germs and stuff.
They're not ready to be away from their mama for any period of time.
Right. Man, the Rockets went from 10-1 to 7-1.
Yeah, I know. We should have put money on them last week. 7-1 is still good, though.
Yeah, it is. Because the Bucks are 9-2 and the Lakers are 7-2.
Yeah, because I remember I made that money in Vegas right before the World Cup last year. Because I think France was something like, well, how much did I get? I think France was 6-1 when I made that bet. When I was in Vegas, that was before the World Cup even started. And I got my money, too.
Nice.
Yeah. I wish I had more money. I should have just took everything that was in my pocket and let it ride.
Or you should have told somebody and I would have forwarded you some money that I had.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Cash App, Negro.
Yeah, I know. The best win I had, though, was, remember the Belgium-Japan game?
Oh, yeah.
Where Japan went up 2-0? And I knew Belgium was going to come back. I was at work. And I got online, and at that point it got, it was something like 12-1, but I made a grip off of that one because I knew Belgium was going to come back. And I'm sitting there because you kept seeing them. I was like, oh, shit, come on. I was my little sorry-ass work computer.
I didn't tell you about this dude who was trying to catch a foul ball with his wallet in his hand. And the ball hit the wallet.
Oh, that's like Atlanta.
And then
he's sitting in some good seats, too.
And all of them.
Look at his wife counting it. His wife counting it.
You see how much money that dude had in his wallet?
Look where the fuck he was sitting.
I know. In Texas Ranger Stadium.
Yeah, he got to buy beer. Shit, look where he was sitting. You bitch better have a lot of money.
You see his wife, though. I'm sorry, lady. She was porky.
He married her before he got put on.
He's very portly.
And he just got a good heart and kept her around.
They got like 2 children.
Yeah, I know. You can't blame it on baby weight. They might have one. And she was like, yeah, and then he can't leave now because she was there when he made the money.
Right.
Yeah. He got a good heart. He stuck it out. Yeah. Yeah, that shit's crazy. What do you think about the side netting now? Because that's going to be a thing of the past next year when they extend that netting down the first base and third baseline.
What I think about it is these non-athletic people who come to games are really starting to win the world.
And you know what? And it's not even that. Well, it is that. But
because who comes down and sits in that area and not pay attention?
Well, it's that. But the thing is, like,
and then
for me,
baby.
Yes. And I guess because I played the game and I've watched a lot of baseball and I've been to a lot of baseball games, that I always knew I'm not going to sit my kids down the third baseline, especially when they're that young. You cannot have a...
You saw how they were when we were at the home run contest for the Southland.
Yeah, they wouldn't even let Garrison on the field.
That's batting practice.
Yeah, it's BP, but they wouldn't even let him on the field.
Exactly. I mean, I'm there. I'm going to jump in front of the ball, but that's batting practice. And we
but you got to know better than that.
Exactly. And Garrison was, what, twice the age of the baby.
Yeah, exactly. And Garrison actually pays attention, and he would probably get out the way of the ball because he, is cognizant of that shit. But you got a little baby girl sitting there.
Hey,
yeah, you can't sit a 2-year-old down the first base. Definitely not the third base line. You tripping out. Do you not understand what this game is?
Not
understand why they call it the hot corner?
Yes, in a professional league.
I know niggas is spanking the ball.
Not single A baseball.
No, yeah, the major leagues.
These are professional people who know where to put the ball.
Yeah, I was at a Houston Aeros game once. Rest in peace. It sucks that a city this size ain't got hockey, but fucking Columbus and Raleigh got.
I hear we're trying to make it happen though.
Yeah, it should have been happened. Like, maybe Fertitta buy a squad because Les Alexander, I don't know why he never bought one and just put him in the Toyota Center. That shit's just. I mean, he was a cheap guy.
Again, we're the same people that let the Houston Comets fold.
Well, yeah, that's a whole different story.
A 4 straight year champion.
They were the first 4 champions.
Exactly. Like, our names don't even mean anything in the history books.
No, it means shit because there's not even like what I went. I watched it.
And that's when actually a lot of people like women's sports.
Yeah.
Because it's a huge city that embraced women's sports.
And we had stars. It were great players here.
And you wonder why
the height of the league was the first 4 years.
Oh yeah.
And then they never capitalized on that momentum because number one, I knew the comments were done when the Hilton Furniture dude bought them.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, not even Mattress Mac?
Nah. He knew it was a sinking fucking ship. Yeah. But anyway. But that's gonna change the game a lot too. There. It's just insane. But when I was at that Arrows game, we were sitting behind the goal, but we weren't right directly behind. It was me and my friend Justin Jones in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a slap shot hit.
Mm-hmm.
And it went in the stands and it hit this girl. Not a young, like a probably 20-something-year-old lady.
Mm-hmm.
And it hit this chick right on the arm. Just wah!
Yeah.
Oh, man, the sound. And that lady's fucking scream.
Sound like she got shot. Huh?
Oh, boy. She dropped like Kennedy. You know how Kennedy hunched over in the car?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like that. Like she got shot, man. That hockey puck blasted her ass.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's messed up. I mean that thing. It's rubber, but it's frozen too. You know.
It's frozen rubber. Frozen rubber. Freeze the tire and hit a nigga with it and see what happens. You might as well hit him with the damn.
Dang, see, I do too much. What's the name of that movie? Running Scared. Like I knew how much pucks hurt when they were putting people on the ice and taking slap shots at their face.
Oh, what movie is this?
Running Scared.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, you did. I had it. It was one of the
Who was in it?
It was one of the scariest movies.
Yeah, I remember that now.
One of the scariest movies I've seen in my life.
Yeah, I remember that.
The Duke.
Yeah.
The Russians had them people on the damn ice with the team doing slap shots.
Yeah. Because dude was, I remember that. Yeah, because the Duke. Yeah, homeboy was obsessed with John Wayne, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a good movie.
Oh, it was a great movie.
Yeah, Paul Walker was in that shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Very scary. I'm a matter of fact, I'm gonna show that movie to kids in high school next year.
You gonna be able to do that?
Yeah. Why not? There's no sex in the movie that I can think of. Oh, it is. But it's him and his wife, though. But, whatever.
Yeah.
Like those kids ain't having sex.
Well, yeah, no, that's the damn problem. Maybe you need to, yeah. Oh, God.
I mean, but it's with his wife, see?
Yeah.
Like this is what happens when you deal with bad people. This is what happens. I mean, I made them watch this movie called Frozen, and it's not the Frozen that you think about. It's not the kiddie movie Frozen.
It's not Let It Go Frozen?
No, it's far from that. This is a movie about these white kids that jump on a ski lift without permission or a ticket, and the ski park shuts down for the weekend, and they're still on the lift, and there's a snowstorm that comes through.
That's weird. Okay. I got to check that out. So you showed that to your kids?
Yep. And I was like, see what happens
when you disobey?
Yeah, exactly. When
you don't follow.
When you're at spots you're not supposed to be.
Yeah, when you do your own damn thing, you dumb bastards. I bet it went in one ear and out the other.
I don't know. Because these people, 2 of them got eaten up by wolves.
Okay, well, if you just reach one, and if I know one thing black people scared of, is scared of getting eaten by wolves.
Yeah.
That's why we don't go in the woods and shit.
So, yes, they got eaten up by wolves. So I thought it was pretty effective.
Yeah, that's one of the scariest things you can imagine is.
And they were high up there. High up there, bro. They were like when old boy was like, I'm gonna make a jump for it. And it was like, okay. I don't think you should, but okay. And he jumped and broke both his legs.
Yeah. Speaking of wolves are one of the things that I'm actually afraid of because I know what wolves are about. So speaking of those people that you were talking about, like how are they still here? How did they okay, so wolves were damn near extinct, especially gray wolves. Like red wolves are kind of okay.
Mm-hmm.
But the gray wolves, it went almost extinct, right? Because people had to kill them because it was either the wolves or them. So they made it illegal to kill these gray wolves. Now they're trying to get it to where people can hunt them again, and people are still fighting that because wolves are fucking shit up again. They're attacking people's, like out west, they're attacking people's horses.
Okay.
A dog ain't got a chance.
No.
Because, and it's like, don't you understand that they extincted those gray wolves for a reason?
I mean, that was natural selection right there.
Because that is natural selection. Like people like to think the stuff that human beings do is not natural. But I'm like, everything is natural. When a human being does it, is natural. If a beaver's dam is natural, then this laptop is natural.
Exactly.
It's
I mean, I don't know
natural.
about shooting elephants. I don't really.
No. Shooting elephants and just taking their tusks, that's a whole different thing. People will kill the wolves for survival because it was either the wolves or us.
Exactly.
You got to choose you.
I would hope
every
so.
fucking time.
I don't know no wolves cause that I'm dying for.
But the people that make these decisions who fight for this shit live in New York and fucking downtown like Beverly Hills and LA.
Oh, PETA people?
Yeah, the people who don't ever even go in the goddamn woods.
Right.
And don't really know how, like the whole thing with the wild hogs, where they let people now in East Texas, they let people hunt wild hogs from helicopters because there's too many damn wild hogs in East Texas.
Man, they big too, man.
Because they stopped killing them, and people did not. People think of pigs, and they think of Wilbur the pig off of Charlotte's Web, and not as some vicious thing with tusks,
right?
That eats meat,
right? Freaking,
and is big and hairy.
Big Simba coming through.
Yeah, man.
Or is it Simba? What is it? Timon and Simba? Yeah.
Yeah, it was Timon and Pumbaa.
Oh, Pumbaa. Well, Pumbaa coming through.
But now I think that's a problem because they think that the shit is sweet like Timon was, or was Pumbaa the pig?
Yeah, it's Pumbaa the pig.
What's this going on with the Beyonce and the Lion King? Is this a live action movie or what is it?
It's a live. Well, you know how they're doing everything now.
Well, I know that because they got
no cartoons anymore.
Yeah.
No more cartoons. I'm just waiting for the real live Voltron.
That's not Disney though. Are they going to do one?
I think they've already have, but I don't know.
They gotta do it now when they got special effects for it.
I know. Plus, they have to do both Voltrons. There's 2 Voltrons.
Yeah, we used to have the Line Voltron and the car Voltron.
Yeah, exactly, man.
The Voltron that was on the skates.
Kids don't know nothing about that type stuff.
Nah, they don't. They don't.
And
I prefer the Lion Voltron, but we used to have to watch the car Voltron. We used to call it the car Voltron.
And then Mighty said that what's the name would beat them all. I was like, no, they wouldn't.
Who?
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers?
Yeah.
Man, get the fuck out of here.
Exactly. Like Voltron would slice them so fast.
Voltron would fuck a Megazord up.
But I don't. Well, already know how. Speaking of how bad, or not bad, but not good, Beyonce acts.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
They're like, yeah, she shouldn't have been on this neither.
Yeah, I remember the Austin Powers. I never saw the movie where it was like the Fatal
Powers.
Attraction.
Yeah, that's the one they really talk about. I mean,
the Fatal Attraction.
Yeah, but her best one, I guess, was the Cadillac Records.
Yeah,
the one about Etta James.
Yeah, they didn't make her do too much in that one either. But yeah, I know.
Etta James wasn't too educated neither.
Nah, they just had to come in and curse a little bit and
talk country and
Yeah, it wasn't a stretch.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think Beyonce is great, but sometimes it's a little too much.
It's a big thing about Rihanna too on Twitter, I guess.
What's going on with her?
Apparently, she lied about her album that's supposed to be coming out.
How did she lie about it?
She was like, it's coming out in July. And everybody's like, yeah, right. Because nobody's heard any song or anything from her.
Oh, yeah, shit. July is halfway over.
Exactly. And well, I saw it on, what is that? The Shade Room. And I was just looking at some of the comments. And one girl was like, I don't even know why everybody's on Rihanna. She really ain't that good. She don't sing that good.
Nah, she doesn't.
I was like, exactly. I was like, and everybody just went in. And I was like, but what does Rihanna really do good? Ain't like
Yeah.
I mean, I do like a couple of her songs, but they're
I do, but anybody can sing them damn songs.
yeah, and they're more of her island songs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You didn't like the fake Maria that DJ Khaled.
Man, don't get me on him, Like I could have made these albums.
Nah, you couldn't have brought all them people together. That's what DJ Khaled does.
Brought all who together?
All the different people that rap and sing on his albums.
You hadn't heard one song on the radio.
Oh, if the new album, I don't know. I'm just talking about the old DJ Khaled. Like I'm on one and the ones that he had with Rick Ross.
I could have brought Rick Ross together. That's easy.
And didn't he make Aston? No, he didn't make Aston Martin music, but some of them, We the Best.
That's all you.
I'm So Hood. He did I'm So Hood.
Ace Hood, where is he at?
I don't know, where is Ace Hood.
Exactly.
And T-Pain was the star of that song.
Exactly. What other song is there? I mean, it'll probably been hard to get the Nas verses that he got.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I don't know.
Only real hardcore people will be really checking for Nas though.
I've had enough of DJ Khaled, and I'm not just hating. I'm really not.
Man, I had enough when he first came out with that stuff.
Yeah, because
when he was We the Best on every track, I'm like, okay, we're done.
Yeah, I was wondering where he came from.
And this is my perspective on a lot of things in my life.
Mm-hmm.
When you have to try to convince me who somebody is, or what they've done to put them in the position they're at, I know you're not really genuine.
Yeah,
like you're a plant.
He's a plant.
Because they would be like, they're always like, well, he was a real DJ. And I'm like, if he's a real DJ, where did you see him DJ at? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And for once, when he's doing these performances where they say DJ Khaled featuring this person, why don't he get on the ones and twos and spin for me?
Exactly.
He's always holding the mic, screaming into it about being the best
and doing some weak ass dancing.
Yeah, and then his motivational stuff. Oh, enough of him, and then his son, and enough of him.
His son. I'm sorry.
I mean,
I'm glad you were born. I'm glad you're here. Whatever.
Yeah, I have nothing against the child at all. But what's the kid's name? And enough of you.
Assad.
Assad. I'm Assad's dad. Are you?
You hope you are.
Yeah, then go do that. Exactly. Then go do that. And get the fuck off my damn social media and TV and all that.
Because he's always somebody else. Because they asked him if he ate coochie, and he was like, "Nah, I don't know."
I remember that. Yeah.
He's like, "I'm like a Jamaican." I'm like, no,
you're like an Arab.
Exactly. Like, no.
What the fuck are you talking about? You're like an Arab. Like, what are you like a Jamaican? Yeah. I don't know. He's a phenomenon in and of himself. Man, slow be everything, man.
And then he got mad because his stuff wasn't number one.
Yeah, his album, he wanted to protest all that.
I was like, dude, hey, maybe it just wasn't good this year.
Nah, nigga, Old Town Road whooped your ass.
Right, that guy. I've been off Twitter for for a good solid week because my phone was broken. I come back and I have no clue what anybody is talking about.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know what? His coming out didn't surprise me, especially when I saw his first performance and he was in that yellow,
Well, his coming out didn't surprise me when he says, Wrangler
on my booty. Yeah.
That didn't sound too right.
Well, yeah, because see, I was explaining to these people at work, I was like, look, man, that's exactly me too. No straight red-blooded man calls his ass a booty, and he's not gonna call another man's ass a booty. Women have booties.
Exactly.
I got an ass.
Not in. Yeah. Even Lil Kiki say tight white on my ass.
Yeah. Now, the late great Pimp C did have a line and tell me something good, but that was for fucking. That was just for comedic effect, cause that.
And plus, he was talking about a girl doing that.
Yeah, I know. On my booty. Yeah, but the way he said, right?
And
But
guess what? And guess what? It was for the clean version.
Nah, because the dirty version was lick me on my booty.
I know, but I'm just saying.
And the clean version was scratch me on my booty.
It's still the clean version because it gets played.
Yeah.
It doesn't get blanked out or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but for some reason it sounded less gay when Pimp C said it, because I did have to the first time I heard Wrangler on my booty, I was like, pause. You know, it just didn't sound, straight. And then when I saw him perform in that yellow cowboy male stripper outfit that he had on. Did you see? And he performs in like really elaborate, fake cowboy clothing.
Yeah, he looks like your boy. What is his name? Dang, that bull actually lifted his head too when the dude jumped.
Yeah, it did. The bull was, what the fuck is this nigga doing? Yeah. The bull was like, whoa, nobody in Spain can do this. The fuck is that? Moreno.
Right.
He's like, none of these Spanish men can do this. I mean, he cleared he cleared the whole bull too.
Exactly.
That nigga's a super athlete.
Oh yeah, he can't cover.
That was but that was some shit Wolverine to do.
Yeah,
like that was like some X-Men shit. That motherfucker. Oh shit!
Not only that, he ran with them first, and then did that.
He did.
Like Jesus, dude.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. I mean, he jumped over, like, the second one he jumped over would have had his back turned, but that first one was staring right at him.
Right? It actually lifted his head trying to get him.
Oh, just imagine if he'd have got gored and that's how his career ended.
I don't like that's Josh Gordon for you.
Nah, Josh Norman.
I mean, yeah, Josh Norman for you. But back on, and I hate that man's name is Lil Nas X too. Like, geez, the Muslims and Nas should go bust his butt.
No, pause. But this is my thing on him now, and this is kind of what pissed me off.
With his Liberace outfits.
Right. But what pissed me off when they first took him off the country charts was, and then they had different country artists who, like Florida Georgia Line and some of these other people and that dude who did that body like a, what's that shit, back road, like that dude was trying to do hip hop.
Yeah.
And so many of these young country dudes are doing hip hop hybrids.
Exactly.
Which is only natural because, like, I went to Bel Air and we had white boys in big lifted trucks who would be riding around and, they be banging Screw, or they might come through banging fucking Alan Jackson. Like, It was both.
Right.
They would play Waylon Jennings and they would play Bone. It was crazy.
Or screwed Waylon Jennings.
Right. But the thing that pissed me off was, Keith Urban, right?
Yeah.
Now, Keith Urban is one of the biggest country music stars.
Right.
You know where Keith Urban's from, right?
Toronto.
Australia.
Oh, really? That didn't sound like
if you hear... Now, Keith Urban, he sings like, Randy Travis on some shit, but when you interview him, it's the same shit as Iggy Azalea.
Yeah.
Where he puts on a country voice.
Yeah.
Right? Lil Nas X is from where?
New York?
No, he's from Georgia.
Is he?
Yes, he's from Atlanta. He has way more right, even though he's black. He has way more right to country music than Keith Urban does.
You know why they really
He
did?
actually is from the South.
You know why they said they really didn't let him in the awards or whatever, you know?
Why?
Because you know where the awards was at, right?
Where?
The Grand Ole Opry.
Uh-huh.
And you know what they don't allow in the Grand Ole Opry?
Nah, man. Charlie Pride played the Grand Ole Opry back in the 50s.
No, I understand. But Charlie Pride.
Oh, they don't let. Yeah, Charlie Pride was straight.
No, it's not even that.
No way.
This is the craziest thing ever. They don't allow 808s in the Grand Ole Opry.
Oh, you can't bring. You really?
Yeah, you can't bring any type drums or 808s in the Grand Ole Opry.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. That's basically saying no niggas allowed. It's like when they say. It's like when they say no ball caps and no t-shirts.
Exactly.
And no sneakers.
Exactly.
Ah! Wow. Huh, I didn't know that.
They weren't going to let his song be played anyway because it has 808s. Hey, probably because they didn't have the speakers.
To even effectively get the bass down. But my thing is, that's what I say. Lil Nas X is from Atlanta, Georgia, nigga. That's the home of fucking Alan Jackson. He's got way more right to country music than Keith Urban from goddamn Perth or Sydney, Australia has. Where the fuck did he even learn country music?
Say where same place. What's your boy with Chris Tucker?
Jackie Chan?
Yeah, learned funk music from.
Yeah. What is it good for? Yeah.
Wah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that shit's nuts, man.
Where was I? Was I in Belize when I saw BB Winans? I think I was. BB Winans singing on. No, I wasn't. I was in the hospital waiting on my dad to get out of surgery. Singing. He was singing, and it's back on your boy Michael Strahan's show.
Good Morning America.
No, his new one.
Oh, he's got another show?
Yeah, he left Good Morning America, and he left your girl Kelly.
Yeah, I know he left Kelly because now it's Kelly with Ryan Seacrest. I saw that when I took my wife to the doctor one day I was off.
Yeah, now it's Michael and some other black lady. But BB was singing, and his background singers were all Asian.
Really?
And they were called like something crazy, like Thai Soul.
Okay, I thought it was gonna be Sounds of Blackness.
It was so crazy, yo. Like Thai Soul.
Sounds of Blackness. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to check that out. Did I ever send you that Asian dude singing Joe?
No.
Oh, you never saw that?
No.
I was sending that to everybody.
Their name is Korean Soul.
Korean Soul. Well, God bless Korean Soul. But there's a video on YouTube of an Asian dude.
I was like, boy, you can get away with some racist shit. Well, I don't. That's not racist. Korea is a.
No, that's not. Koreans can have soul.
No, Korea is a place. It's not a race.
No, well, it is though. Koreans are distinct. You call a Korean Japanese and see if you don't get your ass.
That's because they're not from Japan.
No, that's because they're a different race. They don't consider them Japanese fucking dogs.
Yeah, but they don't say that they ain't Asian. Well, you Asian,
Now, see, but they're not Asian till they get here. Then they have to. Then they have to come together in a community.
And then they're all everywhere.
You know,
they're from a place.
Like niggas get here and they're Nigerian, but over there they're Hausa and Yoruba and fucking Igbo. But they get over here, they all Nigerian.
Exactly. Or African. They're all African.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or African. Yeah, exactly. But and I gotta go. Shit, it's almost 1. But check it. The funniest shit on that song with the Asian dude got a good voice.
Mm-hmm.
He don't sound just like Joe, but he sounded a lot like Joe. Like he can sing his ass off.
Oh yeah,
but,
I mean the Asians know how to copy our
They do. They're good at that.
Yeah, they know how to copy art, whatever it's called.
Yeah, and he's actually on there. So he was singing that song. What's that song? That from Joe. It's not What Kind of Man Would I Be. It was
What? And I wish I never met her.
No, it's Thomas. You always do that.
I mean,
you did that the last time. We were talking about Joe, and you did it Carl Thomas. Isn't that not the same guy? No. I remember what it was. You say Joe live in Houston. We like it's Carl Thomas.
It's the same person.
No, it's not.
They don't sound the same.
It kind of is.
They don't sound the same to you.
Except Joe was bald headed. Carl Thomas had S curl. But I got you. But it's that song.
The song with Ghostface.
No.
I wish I was the same again.
But it's that song. What's that song? Hold on, I got it because I got to get you to get the melody because I'm going to tell you how this Asian dude sang it.
What, emotions? Emotional.
Hold on. Yeah, all the things, baby. I want to do all the things your man won't do. Remember that song?
Yeah.
You know the part where Joe say, "I heard he got you on lockdown, but I got the master key." Right?
Yeah.
Now the Asian dude hits that, and he goes, "I heard he got you on a lockdown." Stacy gets so sick of me with that shit because I'll just turn that shit on. And I'll just keep rewinding that. I heard he got you on the lockdown. It's just hilarious. I heard he got you on the lockdown, but I got the key. I was like, oh shit.
That's
it's the funniest thing in the world, man.
That is too funny.
Oh boy. You tell me I didn't laugh every time I heard that shit. My man said, I heard he got you on a rock down.
On rock down.
On a rock down. But I got the master key. I was like, oh,
too
shit.
Funny.
I know. And I know that's racist, but it's also funny.
You don't know his race, so I don't think it's racist.
Niggas can put on the black voice.
Oh man!
Anytime they want to, yeah, there it is.
Everybody puts on the black voice when they trying to be hard.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so I can laugh at that dude saying that the chick man got on a rock down,
right?
But he got the master key,
right?
Yeah. Well, shit, it's 12:45 local time, Central Standard.
Hey,
this has been a very special episode of the Garage Apartment. Now,
I know
our other people say we're going to be on tomorrow too, and we got to do more of these.
Man,
Brody, we got to build the audience through these.
Brody coming to Houston, everybody. Brody's coming to Houston.
Yeah.
It's about
and I mean, we talked about it for a few minutes, but then we got off into some other shit, which is usually what happens. But
I mean, it's the Garage.
That's the Garage Apartment for you.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm a mod from the Garage Apartment, reporting live and direct from the Southwest.
And I'm all Mizzle coming straight out that botany. Botany is the block to stay crunk at all times.
Yeah, Bob White and Botany connect.
Your van.
Just like me? And it's a crazy thing. It's like
that's C-Note and Youngster.
Yeah. And you can't beat that.
You can't beat that, baby.
You really can't beat that with a bet. You can't stop it, baby.
You can't stop it, baby.
Clover
Heck
Lane.
yeah, man. Shit. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'll see y'all Sunday.
Yeah, well, we might see y'all tomorrow if
If our other
Adari
two,
ever gets out the shower.
yeah, I said if our other coworker wakes up from his nap.
Yeah, I know, but he got to be to work at like 4 or 5 in the morning. That's weird. Like, we still at the point now where we got to work day jobs, people.
Rick Van Winkle and stuff up here.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I wonder how D make it home sometimes because D seem like D's a sleepy guy.
D fell asleep on the fight.
I know, didn't he? I look over and it's like, Granddaddy,
Man,
you
see,
back?
speaking of fear, here go these white people making people scared now of hurricanes.
I know.
With that crawl, have you seen that the previews of that movie?
No, what is this about?
Okay, so a hurricane comes through, right? And it floods up everything, right? People it floods up to their houses all the way to the rooftop and whatnot. You know, people trying to get out and whatnot. And guess what? They're probably in Louisiana, I would hope, or Alabama or Georgia or wherever there's swamplands. And guess what's floating around?
What?
Big old crocodiles.
Oh, yeah.
So crocodiles are snatching people everywhere.
Yeah, just because of a hurricane, huh?
Just in time for hurricane season in the South.
So it's just like a high budget version of Sharknado?
Yes, pretty much. Or
That's the damn
Anaconda.
thing. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, well, Anaconda was just one. Sharknado was a bunch of sharks being thrown in New York from a tornado. So this is even stupider that the hurricane brought in crocodiles. It ain't never happened.
Right. Well, they said that was happening, but I never saw it.
Nah, well, you know, they done found a few like alligators and shit down in Sugarland, like on people's property and shit. It's getting like Florida.
I mean, you know.
Yeah.
I honestly, I thought it was pretty weird that Houston wasn't like Florida with the crocodiles and the alligators.
Yeah, especially when you got like, I mean, there's alligators in Alabama. Well, Alabama right next to Florida. But yeah. But mostly the alligators and shit that we got, you know, like Florida there's a big python problem.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in the Everglades, it's crazy. Man, it's some crazy number where there's millions, and they've killed like everything. They're getting to the point now where they're eating alligators.
Oh, wow.
You know, they found like 20 because when you think about that, there were no pythons in Florida at one time, but it's still swamp. The Everglades are full of them.
Right.
So you had all these dumbass people who bought these things as pets.
Right, and then just dump them out in the water.
Because they get too big, so they just release them. Bitch, kill that bitch and make some boots, man. What the fuck are you doing? Don't just release it.
Exactly.
And now they're everywhere.
Everywhere.
They're eating each other. It's so crazy they're eating each other.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Boy,
It's disgusting.
Humans just do anything.
We're stupid. Okay, when we're supposed to play with the environment, we don't. We put fucking gray wolves back into nature. And because what's that fish? They brought it's some shit where they brought some sort of fish over from Asia and put it in the water in Louisiana. Now that fish is going up, killing all the good catfish and shit. It's, you know, people eat catfish. I know you don't, but I'm just saying. You know, so like there's a shortage of it's some stupid shit. There's a shortage of catfish because they brought some crazy ass fish from Asia and for some reason put it in the water. And people are dumb.
Yeah.
Shit is put in places for a reason.
Exactly.
There's a reason why it's not other places. You shouldn't just be moving animals around.
No.
If you can say God or whatever, but if the animals were supposed to be there, then they would have invented boats and shit.
Exactly.
Okay.
They'd have made that great migration long time ago.
Yeah, there'd be a fucking raccoon airport somewhere.
Exactly.
Where they flying back and forth, but they don't, so they ain't supposed to be there. Leave them the fuck alone.
Right.
And again, we signing off. I'm signing off from the southwest side of H-Town.
Hey, over here in the southeast.
Yeah, so
We'll holla at
doing,
y'all.
trying to make it do what it do.
Heck yeah.
We'll holler at y'all soon. Gamal, I will talk to you tomorrow.
Already.
And we'll try to get these other two on.
Yeah, we know.
And
They may have to do a day show.
God, yeah, they may have to do their own, huh? Ain't nothing wrong with that.
We're the garage apartment late night.
Yeah, exactly. Late night with the garage apartment. One day we should turn that into this because our late night show would be way better than what's actually on. I tried to watch Jimmy Fallon one night and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, right? If we wouldn't get in trouble.
It's just him dancing.
I'm just saying, if we wouldn't have gotten in trouble with like showing stuff, we'd have won. I mean, we'd won. We'd been good because we'd have showed old girl falling and whatnot.
Yeah.
We need to find that footage somewhere.
Oh God, I'm sure they burned that shit. Because wasn't the lady pregnant too when that happened?
Yes, she was.
Oh dear, that's what she said. Oh dear. Bah!
That was Channel 2, I'm sure. Was it Channel 2?
It was Channel 2, and then that whole bounced back up like Shawn Michaels.
I'm gonna tweet them. I'm gonna tweet
yes.
them.
Yeah, do y'all have the footage of the pregnant lady falling backwards?
I was like, hey, 20 years ago, there was this lady, this newscaster, late night.
Yeah, for some reason y'all had her backpedaling.
First off, y'all had her up doing the news.
Because it was live. I don't know why they were doing news at like 2 a.m.
and having a pregnant woman do it.
Yeah, and then you had her to a point where she had to backpedal. The bitch was walking backwards and obviously slipped over something. And then you saw her face and you saw that bitch's high heels.
Exactly.
She disappeared and then her fucking pumps showed up.
2 in the morning because it was before the 3 in the morning.
It was before BET Uncut.
Yeah, and it was before the 3 in the morning / 4 in the morning national news.
Oh yeah, it was. It was right before that. I guess they were doing some sort of experiment because it couldn't have been no game on that went that late. I don't even remember why. Mm-hmm. But it's just messed up that, and I think we were probably the only 2 people in America that saw that.
Right.
and then it's crazy because you like, was she in there by herself? Because you didn't even see anybody come off a camera and help her up.
No.
She bounced up on her own and was like, oh dear.
Nah, you would think they'd be like, cut.
Yeah, that was, in life you have those laughs where you think you like, I'm about to die. I'm laughing so hard. My chest hurts. That was one of them nights. It was like, oh Jesus, let me stop laughing because I don't think I can't breathe. Oh God, that was a laugh.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. All right, man. I'm out.
All right,
about to end the broadcast. Holla back.
All right.
Later.
Wow.